expecting to go live that quick. I don't even got the keyboard yet, but I guess I really don't need the keyboard. I wanted to put on a poll. So we're going to start this off with a little poll. So let me run these ads real quick.
Expand your business today at passionservice.com. You see, passionservice.com. We can get your website going. Do you need business cards, graphics? Fill out a short survey. Let us know what you currently have or need.
Okay, and then we got one more ad after that. I should have made this a little bigger.
This video is brought to you by Don'tFlexOnMe.com. Get your t-shirts at Don'tFlexOnMe.com. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff. You know you need a shopping bag, right? Get this shopping bag for $15. It'll last you a while. Don'tFlexOnMe.com.
Okay, guys. You guys got to give me like 10 seconds because I'm just finding the damn poll. Oh, I'm not even on the right account. I'm going to pull that down. We got some news stories for you guys today. And I don't know if you guys can believe it. I just want to know, should we open the lines? And we'll come back and look at that joint later. Start the poll up. We're going to get this show going. On the road. So all the comments for this joint should pop up right there.
For you guys today. And I don't know if you guys can believe it.
I knew I was missing one thing. I always be missing one thing. One day I'm going to figure out how to make Instagram work on here too, but for this day and age, yeah, I'm cool with what we got. But we got some news for you guys. And how do we pull up the news on the screen? Or handy dandy phone. Look. I don't know why that joint cut out. Put that joint up. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, we got the news for you guys today. We got some breaking news for you guys today. They say Rick Scott Survivor Senate Edition, or How to Snag Senate. I don't know. Are we going to have to click on the first story to read it off? Snag Senate leadership. Okay. That made a lot of sense. How we going to snag up the Senate leadership? Are you guys leaders? Do you guys know about the Senate leadership? Do you guys like the Senate leadership? Okay, there we is on this one too. Making sure the audio is working good. I always want to make sure the audio is working good. So Donald Trump stream rolls it. Hold on. How about I'm going to cut out this whole beginning of it and I'll re-upload so it's all like a whole show. I wish there was a way to test this out, right? If there was only a way to test it out. If there was only a way to test what is going on here. Let me know. Okay. My bad. I'm just thinking. How bad it is for real. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to start off with, right? There was that one video I found earlier, and this shit was hilarious, guys. This video I found earlier was hilarious. So let me see. We're gonna switch off. So I can say this playlist. Oh, right there. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to a
I want to make sure we get this up. What we're going to start off with, I want to react to these songs, y'all. I ain't reacted to not one of these yet. Not one of them yet. So let's get them full screen. Perfect. You guys ready?
program devoted entirely to lefties losing it. And let's start with the recreation of an iconic moment in Lefties Losing It. First, the original clip that in so many ways captures the quintessential essence of Lefties Losing It, the crazy hyperbole, the wild emoting, the derangement and desperation to be a victim, all captured in this classic moment when Donald Trump was sworn in as president.
This is too slow. This is too slow, guys. I'm sorry, but I gotta speed it up. Let's see, we're gonna put it like 1/6 on. What the? Is this a real person?
It never gets old, and now that famous moment is not only a popular timeless meme, it's also inspiring copycats, including this woman's superb work at a recent Donald Trump rally. She didn't need to explain anything here. Everyone got the joke immediately.
Yo, why? How much do they have of this?
And it can be hard or being afflicted with a
10 being can't think of anything else and may need some additional medication. I'm like at a 7. And I just think with all those people showing up for Kamala, I don't think it's as close as they're saying it is. I really don't. And I think that the dumpster, the hate rally manager, that guy, the orange dumpster fire. Yeah.
gosh, poor Rosie is so filled with hate she can't.
Yeah, that's crazy. They is snapping about him. They do not like him. Why has it got us all the way back here? We was at 3 something. Oh no. So yeah. This is annoying, guys. Oh, I'm sorry.
We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. You matter.
Is she talking to P. Diddy's victims there? What was that?
Yeah, that's what's crazy. But she might know some stuff about Trump that we don't. She was at the Diddy parties with him.
Do you find yourself acting irrationally? Do you get mistaken as a hyena when you laugh? Or do word salads occur frequently? Now there's help. Introducing Trumpanol. Trumpanol is designed specifically.
What? Yo, who made this? Who made these videos, yo? I wish I could shout all you guys out. What's up, man?
For those suffering with Trump derangement syndrome. Don't allow TDS to control your life anymore. Trumpanol is fast acting, delivering relief from the stress of campaign season. Side effects may include registering as a Republican or voting for Donald Trump. Consult with your doctor before taking Trumpanol.
But what did I register as a Republican and
Now to a man who needs a double dose of Trumpanol. Here's a man who proves that even a simpleton clown can be a billionaire. Here is Mark Cuban being a misogynist dolt.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women. Ever. It's just that simple.
Do you really want to be saying that to Tulsi Gabbard or, I don't know, Melania or Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who's now governor of Arkansas after being Donald Trump's White House press secretary? Has she had this to say about the feral left's attacks against her?
President who empowered his team. And when the left was relentlessly attacking me, kicking my family out of a restaurant, parents spitting on our car at our children's school, MSNBC reporters called me not even human, vile, unfit to be a mother. It was President Trump who
I'm trying to see the freak outs.
looked me in the eye
and said, Sarah, you're smart, you're tough, you're beautiful, and they attack you because you're good at your job. Now get back to work. You know what Americans need is not just desperately out of touch with celebrities preaching to them, they also need painfully unfunny poms ranting about the election. Remember when late night TV shows were funny? Now they have the likes of John Oliver emoting wildly about Trump.
I know this hasn't been a very uplifting speech. If it helps at all, there's one final thing I'm going to be genuinely excited for.
Yeah, let me turn this on down. Yeah, I don't need to hear it no more.
Before the 11th stage, when the dust settled, he had lost 2 elections in a row, and we'll be campaigning as an 82-year-old next time. I think he'd be done.
Probably.
Trump put him through hell. Oh, gosh, being a
Probably.
loser. Talking about lefty losers, here is Mickey Rourke
You would
again
think,
proving that
though.
Mr. Mackey was right. Drugs are bad. Okay.
But I'm not going to go
You
into
would
it because
think
I
he'd
don't
be
need another
done, but he ain't gonna be done. This motherfucker might try. I don't know. Like, did you guys hear his little victory speech he gave? Cause like we dedicated enough time to this. Let me pop this off. Is there a way to move this? I need this right at the top. Okay. That. Perfect. Perfect. We getting better at this, guys. We getting better at this, guys. Let's remove his comment. Well, I guess nobody else can see it, but still, I can't do nothing with it. Oh well. Yeah, because Donald Trump gave like this crazy ass speech after he got his little election win or whatever. Now we gonna go to his page and pull this joint up. This was crazy, guys. This was crazy. This was literally crazy. Like he contradicts himself so many times, and I wonder if he even believes what he said. I wonder if he believes what he said. Donald. Is it just me, or does everybody follow more people they don't like than people they like? He's back on here. He's on Twitter nonstop. Nonstop. Why would you repost? I thought it was drain the swamp. What you mean swamp the vote? Like, this is so crazy. Where is his little video? Is it like? Let me see. Matter of fact, it might be in the he got like a war room or something. And I think he posts certain stuff on his kids' pages now. That's the crazier part. Is this official? I think they all got war rooms now, though. Yeah, this is probably his main one. Because this is posting nonstop. Nonstop. Yo. So I guess he been back on Twitter? I didn't even realize this. I know I've seen a video the other day, and I want to show y'all this video. But as you guys know, the former president likes to tweet and retweet and post and tweet and retweet again. I'm just going to put in 230, yo. $230. Because that's all they want to talk about. Oh, we need to stop 230. Let's end 230. End 230. End 230. You got to be careful.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish...
Okay. So I'm gonna get them back on the screen. I need to just run an ad in between this stuff for real.
Then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one
What just happened? We need to get big. Okay, there we go.
by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away.
Now you guys gotta listen to some of his plans on reclaiming free speech, right? His plans and claims on reclaiming free speech. This is fucking hilarious, guys. This is hilarious. And I don't know if he actually believes what he's saying. Is he now like,
Recent weeks,
because you gotta understand, he at that age, he might wake up tomorrow and not remember he's fucking president like Joe.
bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and
So you guys catching this? He said he wants to stop them from censoring people. And then his plan to have them stop censoring people is a list of everything he wants censored.
constitutional offenses. To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism while dramatically curtailing their power.
Now you see, right? You see, that's the slippery territory. Because a lot of people on the right would be like, it's child exploitation that had children around people that are LGBTQ+, right? Then you got certain people on the left that might think it's child exploitation to have children in church and children around like Bible camps and stuff, right? So this is something that would have a double-edged sword, and it's up to the people on top to decide who gets these labels, right? you got a lot of people that get labeled as domestic terrorists that have nothing to do about terrorism. They get banned from flights and stuff because they might have said something against like the FBI or CIA or something at one point, you know? Like a lot of conspiracy theory channels. A lot of conspiracy theory channels could end up falling onto the domestic terrorism. So like, why would you allow them? It's up to them to decide, right? And then you said domestic terrorism. So that means they won't allow people that have platforms that are like prepper channels. Let me think of something else. Like there's a real popular channel, the Ranch of Demolition. Yeah, that one or whatever, right? Channels like that would still be blocked from being able to be out there because they can be like, oh, well, this looks like domestic terrorism to us or whatever. And then they might use it against people that have religions. Like, remember, they was labeling people outside of abortion clinics, talking about they was handing out Bibles and stuff. Some of them went to jail for domestic terrorism. I didn't look too much into that story either, but I know allegedly I done heard people talking about they done locked up people that were just protesting outside of the clinics for domestic terrorism. So you're basically not going to change a thing about social media. You won't. You won't. The camera wasn't good to Trump in this one. Can we get a higher resolution?
To arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the...
Oh, what just happened? What just happened?
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have... FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely
going on, y'all? I'm trying.
And to aggressively prosecute any and
So
all
they ain't even
crimes
gonna let us
identified.
mess with the
These
quality
include
now.
possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and anti-inflation, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy...
I'm trying to get back to where we was.
Transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination.
Messed up.
We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to download unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation.
So what I'm saying is, does anybody else agree with me that that's a slippery slope he's creating, right? Because different people qualify child exploitation as different things, right? Like, what if you're outside with your kids playing with water guns and you're squirting each other, having a water balloon fight? Would that be child exploitation? If you got kids hitting a piñata, would that be considered domestic terrorism? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that it can be like, oh, it's promoting the use of weapons. It's domestic terrorism. So that's basically what they do now. That's basically what they do now. So what are we changing? What are we changing?
Information. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities.
Now you guys basically see, right? He said he wants to protect free speech by stopping free speech. He wants to stop people from going from government into other jobs outside of government. So how are you breaking up the deep state? How are you stopping online censorship, right? If you was to be like, oh, I'm going to pass a law where the only way they could take content down or censor it online is with a warrant. Maybe make it like after there's a warrant made for the said material, whatever, either gets swept from the internet or it gets age restricted or something, depending on the seriousness of the crime or whatever. And then like also that would help jury pools not really get influenced. So the whole point with this is you just basically said you're going to stop everything from doing exactly the same thing that's happening. That's a genius idea. That's a genius idea. That's your guys' president. That's your guys' president right now. I guess he's my fucking president too again, but it's your guys' president. It's your guys' president. Me personally, I don't give a fuck who in the motherfucking White House. I just know I'm not going to be one of these motherfuckers that's like, I'm trying to die. Like, that's sad. It's sad that a lot of you guys will ride harder for Donald Trump than your family. And on the flip side, Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. How are you going to ride with them more than your family? So we're on to the next story. Border buffoonery. Buffoonery. I can't even say that word right. Trump tips Tom Homan as his new no more nacho czar. What? This headline makes no sense. This headline makes no sense. In a move that got everyone from El Paso to Ellis Island raising an eyebrow, Donald Trump has appointed former ICE Director Tom Homan as his border czar. If you thought borders were tight before, Homan's on a mission to make them tighter than a nun's chest vow. Known for his tough stance that makes even your racist uncle blush, Homan's first. Everybody got a racist uncle? That's weird. Hoffman's first day on the job might involve telling all legal immigrants, don't let the door hit you with a good Lord slit you. With plans for mass deportation so massive it could empty Texas of a quarter of its workforce. We might see more empty seats than at a Trump rally in San Francisco. Whether you're pro-wall or you think love has no borders, one thing for sure, Tom Homan's appointment is spicier than a taco truck on steroids. Who is this dude? Is this him talking?
For domestic violence, I separate that.
Mr. Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separate that.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review. Inspector General Costello.
That is valid, but it's definitely messed up. But like, part of that is because the children are in a bad situation. But this is what I gotta say. A lot of people were granted asylum status, right? If they came in, like they said there was an app, and it's kind of ridiculous that they have an app, you just check in and then you come right in, they start giving you money, right? But if these people that came in on the app got like a social security number or taxes, or they get a TIN until they're American citizens. So they get a TIN and an ID and they're out there working. Why are you going to deport them? Just deport the people as they break the law. You know what I mean? And then like make sure they're all got their documents. Like you could end up going to jail for not having the right stuff or whatever. I'm not even sure how it will work. But like the ones that came in and chose to get documented and they're working in jobs and warehouses and stuff, make sure they're getting paid fair so they can pay taxes. Well, I'm gonna say. Okay. What's on to the next one? So that dude's about to be taking over the border, but they might block it. I don't know who got the House and who got the Senate. Who got the House and who got the Senate? Because I haven't even looked at all this stuff yet. Them election results be taking forever. House. I think they took the Senate. This is crazy. They're still counting for the House. They're still counting for the House. Right now it's 214 and 203, yeah. So the House could block a lot of stuff. If they end up taking the House, it's more than likely, like, Democrats usually do take the House. Because they usually do take the popular vote. This was, like, different, where they didn't take the popular vote. But that's also because they live in some of the most densely populated areas, you know what I mean? Like, California got, like, 54 representatives. New York got, like, a crazy amount of representatives. 26 representatives for New York, right? Massachusetts gets 9, and they're tiny. Rhode Island gets 2. And this is just their House representatives. 5, right? They also get 2 senators apiece. All states. Oh, did like most of New Jersey get right? No. Right there. Delaware went solid blue. But Delaware got like, yeah, they get 1 Congress member. 1 Congress member for Delaware. Then Maryland's another state that's highly populated. That's deep blue. So let me see. We're on Virginia. I was trying to go to Maryland. Yeah, almost all of Maryland is blue. Almost all of it. And how many representatives they got? 8? No, yeah, they get 8. They already counted too. So I don't know how they're still counting the election results. It's been a week. It's been a week. Why are they still counting? Why is Alaska not done yet? Like, how many votes do they have in Alaska? I know the weather's crazy and stuff. But why? This is not making sense. This did not make any sense at all. Let me get the screensaver back. Oh, matter of fact, let me go straight to this. Hit that real quick. And we're going to go down and read the trending tab real quick. See if we can get a story out of that. See if we get a story out of there. We already touched on Rick Scott. Tim Homan. Oh, he's a hoe. There's something going on with Tom Cruise. Let me see the news. It's Tom Cruise. It should be on here somewhere. Maybe not. We're just going to go straight down to Tom Cruise. I don't know what's going on with Tom Cruise. Let me make sure I move this down a little bit. Because Twitter trending is like the Wild West. That's why I go to the news pages. Her lives are some of the choices. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. See you at the movies. May 23, 2020. I seen it. I had to see some of the Mission Impossibles. I never got into that series. I like the Monday Motivation. Let's leave you guys off with some Monday Motivation. We're going to end this joint. I'm going to put a couple clips up throughout the day, though. Monday Motivation. Talk about taking out the trash. Monday Motivation. Oh, this should be funny. I'm going to say that anybody that wants these lines open, should we open up the lines? Should we open up the lines, guys? Does anybody want to call into the show? Let me see. Don't even look like nobody in that joint though. Okay. Yeah, we gonna end this show right about here. Supposed to come on a bit earlier. Trying to have this time slot from like 10 to 11. And I want to have it going real rapid. Oh, that's pretty cool. I could, no, because I gotta actually go back and forth. You guys are not supposed to be looking at that joint. Go away. Bye. Get out of here. Get out of here. You know you guys are busy. Get out of here. Go. Go. Okay, you can stay, but you gotta find a different stream to watch. I got shit.